pause. So before we begin any grand movements, just find your foundation, this broad base of stability. Then move your hands a little bit away from you. Turn your palms forward. Reach your arms out to the side. Keep your arms outstretched wide, just turn your palms down. Now keep your hips facing forward, but twist to your right. Look back at your right hand. Keep your right hip bone facing forward. Then look forward to your left hand. Bend your knees and put your left hand down on the ground, far forward of your feet and centered. Your hand is on high finger pads. Right arm to the sky, look up to see your thumb. Scoop this right arm inside of your left arm, look to the left. Do it again, lift the arm up and scoop. Up and scoop. 4, up and scoop. 5, up and scoop. 6, up and scoop. 7, up and scoop. 8, up and scoop. Stay with the scoop. Look past your left shoulder. Your right shoulder is gliding off of your back. Take your right arm to the sky again. Keep your arms split wide apart. We're going to retrace our steps. Lift yourself up. You'll straighten your legs. Your left arm is reaching forward. Your right arm is reaching back. Keep your right hip bone facing forward. Then return to me. Your arms are in a T shape. Let's twist over to the left. Keep your left hip bone facing forward. Look back at your left hand. Look forward to your right hand. Bend your knees. Take the right hand far forward down to the ground in front of your feet and center. The left arm to the sky. Scoop the left arm inside of the right and lift it up. 7, scoop and lift. 6, scoop and lift. 5, scoop and lift. 4, scoop and lift. 3, scoop and lift. 2, scoop and lift. 1, scoop and lift. Stay here. Breathe here. Let's push off the bottom hand. The right hand reaches forward as you come up. Your legs get straight. The left arm is backwards. Look to your back hand. Then look to your front hand. Then unwind T-shape arms to me. Bend your knees. Put your hands on your thighs. Look up to the sky. Inhale, arch your spine. Look into your belly. Exhale and round. Release your hands outside of your feet. Straighten only your right leg. Take your right arm out to the side and up to the sky. Lower your right hand down. Bend your right knee. Do that same right leg 3 more times. Straighten the right leg, right arm to the sky. Bend the knee, lower the hand. 2 more. The arm comes up, the leg gets straight. We lower the hand and bend the knee. 1 more time. Lifting and the leg gets straight. Lower, the hand comes down. Let's straighten the left leg and take the left arm out to the side and up to the sky. Look up to your thumb. Bend your left knee, take your left hand down. Do it 3 more times. Go up and down as you bend the knee. 2 more. Up and down. 1 more time. Up and down. Take your right knee to the ground behind you. Take your left knee to the ground behind you. Plant your hands flat. Your hands are shoulder distance apart. Your knees are under your hips. Tuck your toes. Look to the ceiling and arch your spine. Look into your belly and round your spine. Do it 3 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. 2 more. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. 1 more. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Come to a neutral spine. It's just a flat back. Go up onto high finger pads. Step your right foot outside your right hand, then return the knee under you. Do it again. The right foot goes forward and return. 3 forward and return. 4 forward and return. 5 forward and return. 6 forward and return. 7 forward and return. 8 forward and return. Let's step the left foot outside the left pinky finger and then return. All of your toes are tucked. 7 forward, return. 6 forward, return. 5 forward, return. 4 forward, return. 3 forward, return. 2 forward, return. 1 forward. We're lubricating the hips. Let's alternate right foot forward and back, left foot forward and back. So we have right forward 7, back, left forward 7, back, 6, back, 6, back, 5, back, 5, back, 4, back, 4, back, 3, back, 3, back, 2, back, 2, back, 1, back, 1, back. Let's do something a little bit different. Plant your hands flat. Your hands are shoulder distance apart. Your shoulders are right above your wrists. Your knees are right under the hips. Let's lift the right knee out to the right side. We're trying to lift the knee as high as the hip. We're flexing the foot. And then lower the knee and the foot down. But be mindful when you're lowering that foot that you're not light on the right foot. So your right toes are tucked and you have just as much weight in that right foot as you do in the left. So it's not like you're coming down light. Let's lift that leg up and down. 3 up and down. 4 down. 5 down. 6 down. 7 down. 8, do it again, same leg. 8 down. 7 down. 6 down. 5 down. 4 down. 3 down. 2 down. 1. Let's lift the left knee and the left foot. Notice how that knee is as high as your hip. Keep the foot flexed. Lower the foot down. Stay here. So your knee is right under your hip and your toes are tucked. So again, now you have this equal pressure in the left foot that you have as the right. It's not like you're coming down light and just tapping. Let's lift the left knee and go back. So it's 3 down, 4 out to the side and down, 5 down, 6 down, 7 down, 8. We have one more set. 8 down, 7 down, 6 down, 5 down, 4 down, 3 down, 2 down, 1. Let's alternate. The right knee lifts out to the side and down. The left knee lifts out to the side and down. Just one set. 2 down, 2 down, 3 down, 3 down, 4 down, 4 down, 5 down, 5 down, 6 down, 6 down, 7 down, 7 down, 8 down, 8 down. Let's go up onto high finger pads. We're going to combine a few things. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Return the knee down to the ground. Lift the right knee out to the side and down. Same right leg. Goes forward, back, lift, lower. 3 forward, back, lift, lower. 4 forward, back, lift, lower. 5 forward, back, lift, lower. 6 forward, back, lift, lower. 7 forward, back, lift, lower. 8 forward, back, lift, lower. Let's do that leading with the left foot. The left foot steps outside of the left hand. We return the knee under the hip. We lift the knee out to the side and take it down. 2 forward, back, side, down. 3 forward, back, side, down. 4 forward, back, side, down. 5 forward, back, side, down. 6 forward, back, side, down. 7 forward, back, side, down. 8 forward, back, side, down. Plant your hands flat. Lift your right arm to the ceiling. Then scoop the right arm under the left. Look past your left shoulder. So it's like the right shoulder is gliding off of your back. Inhale the right arm up 2, scoop it under. Up 3, scoop it under. Up 4, scoop it under. Up 5, scoop it under. Up 6, scoop it under. Up 7, scoop it under. Up 8, stay with the scoop. Then return your right hand under your right shoulder. We're working this time with the palms flat. Lift your left arm to the sky, look up to see your thumb. Then scoop this arm under, look past the right shoulder. So the left shoulder is gliding off of your back. Inhale the left arm up 2, scoop it under. Up 3, scoop it under. Up 4, under. Up 5, under. Up 6, under. Up 7, under. Up 8, under. Stay with the scoop. The left shoulder is gliding off of your back. It's almost like you're creating a little bit more room across your back for yourself. So there's a little bit more breathing room. Return the left hand under the left shoulder. Let's go back up onto those high finger pads. Now, high finger pads is different than coming down onto your knuckles or coming up onto your fingernails, but it's more like you're making a fingerprint, like a finger painting, like if you had to make a, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like if I dipped my fingers in paint and then made it like some fingerprint paintings. That's the kind of texture that you have with the hands tapping down, but you're sharing the energy that you're not only pushing down into your mat or into your carpeting or into your wood surface, but you're pulling up from there as well. Let's move our knees backwards. So now the knees go backwards, but the shoulders come forward. So it's a long all fours. You stay where you are. I just want to give you the side view. So don't move, just stay where you are. I just want to give you the side view. We went from all fours with the knees under the hips. We moved the knees backwards so that it became a long all fours, so that now you have a more length. Then from there, do plant your hands down and pull your butt backwards. Your toes are tucked and you're just pulling your butt backwards. You're not even lowering your forehead to the mat. And then come forward with your shoulders over your wrists. So let's pull backwards and then come forward. You're kind of lubricating your shoulders 2 more times. Go backwards and forward. Do it 1 more time. Go backwards and forward. Now let's stay forward. It's this long all fours. Let's from here, you know what, in fact, mine is maybe a little bit too long. From here with your shoulders right over your wrists, but the knees backwards, not under the hips. Let's point the elbows backwards and take your body only halfway down to the earth. So you're only going halfway down. Your elbows are pointing backwards instead of out to the side, and then come back up. The trick here is to move your nose forward as you go halfway down. So it's not that you're bending your elbows backwards of your wrist. You're trying to bend your elbows right over your wrist. So you're taking your nose forward. Do it 1 more time. You're bending your elbows backwards and then come up. Let's lift the knees up. So here you are in a plank position, very strong, sturdy position. So there's this straight line. It is on a diagonal, but it's not wavy, from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone. Then bend your elbows to point backwards and straighten them. Do it 3 more times. Bend and point backwards and straighten. 2 more times. Bend and straighten. 1 more. Bend and straighten. Lift yourself upwards and backwards. You're in a downward facing dog. So your body looks like an upside down V. Come forward to plank, your shoulders over your wrists, then go upwards and backwards, downward facing dog. Do it 2 more times. Come forward, go backwards. Do it 1 more time. Come forward, go backwards. You stay where you are in this downward facing dog. I'm just going back to center, but you're staying in your downward facing dog. You're facing me in center. Then come forward to plank. Take your knees down to the mat. Widen your knees. And then point your feet and take your big toes to touch. Pull your butt backwards to sit on your heels. Walk your hands forward. Loop your right arm under your left. Lower your right ear down to the mat. Reach your left hand even further forward. So we're stretching the back of the right shoulder and we're lengthening the side of the waist on the whole left side of you. Let's put the left hand onto the mat where it would be for all fours, and then just unwind, take your right arm forward. Let's take both hands forward. It's a big stretch. Send your sitting bones backwards. Let's loop the left arm under the right. Take your left ear down to the mat. Reach your right arm even further forward. So it's a stretch for the back of your left shoulder and a stretch opening up this whole right side of you. Unloop. Let's go back to all fours. So now you have to put your hands onto your mat or closer under your shoulders. You have to move your knees no longer wide apart. The knees are under the hips, and we'll tuck the toes. If you're wondering what tucking is, it's just the opposite of pointing. So you're tucking your toes. Let's go up onto high finger pads, and we'll widen the hands and step the right foot inside of the right hand. We'll lift the back knee and walk the back foot forward. The feet are arranged very parallel to each other, and they're about 5-6 inches apart. It's known as hip width apart. With your knees bent, put your hands on your thighs. Then tap your toes and go back to your knees. 7 toes and knees. 6 knees. 5 knees. 4 knees. 3 knees. 2 knees. 1 knees. My Aunt Esther used to say, the bee's knees. Let's take the hands right outside of the feet. It meant like, oh, you're a cool cat. You're someone interesting. Let's take the right leg long back behind. We'll keep the heel lifted. Let's lift the left arm to the sky. Look up to see your thumb. It's a big stretch. You're in a twisted low lunge. Let's lower this hand down and return the right foot forward. The feet land hip width and parallel. Let's touch the knees and then touch the toes. 7 toes, 6 toes, 5 toes, 4 toes, 3 toes, 2 toes, 1 toes. Take your hands right outside of your feet. You're on those high finger pads. Step your left leg long back behind. The knee is lifted, the heel is lifted. Take your right arm out to the side and open to the sky. Notice when I lift that right arm, I'm keeping the arm super strong and straight. So instead of a shock absorber of the elbow being bent, I'm using my obliques, the sides of the waist. And on the way down, let's keep that elbow straight as you lower the hand down. Return that back foot forward. Take your hands and tap your knees and then tap your toes. 7 toes, 6 toes, 5 toes, 4 toes, 3 toes, 2 toes, 1 toes. Put your hands on your knees, push up your thighs, come to stand up. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. 3 more. Up, back, and down. 2 more. Up, back, and down. 1 more. Up, back, and down. Reach your arms out to the sides and up to the sky. Your palms land facing each other. Then lower your hands down as you fold forward. Go all the way down. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Sweep your arms out, go all the way down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Sweep your arms out and all the way down. One more time to a tabletop and fold. Sweep your arms out and up. Sweep your arms out and down. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold. Stay folded in on yourself and clasp your hands at your low back and lift your knuckles to the sky. You're lubricating your shoulders. See if you can get the palms to touch, that the heels of your hands are sealed together. Then maybe the knuckles don't only go overhead, but they reach forward to the wall out in front of you. Release your hands outside of your feet. Inhale, come to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg long back behind. Let's set the whole right sole of the foot down. So we're setting up for a Warrior 1 Virabhadrasana 1, but we're keeping the hands down on these high finger pads. Start to turn your right hip bone forward and then reach your arms forward and up. You're in a Warrior 1 Virabhadrasana 1. Let's tap the fingers down to the ground. The elbows are straight. Do it again. Go up 3 and down. Go up 2 and down. Go up 1 and stay up. As you bend the front knee, your front knee is landing over your front ankle and you're steering your right hip bone forward. You're lifting your heart to the sky. Then open up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your palms up. Rest your left forearm on your left thigh, the palm is up. Take the right arm over your ear, your palm is facing to the floor. Look up to the inside of that right arm. There's a very sharp diagonal line from your right ankle to your right wrist. Let's reverse our steps. Return to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Return to Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Arc backwards. Come forward and down to a low lunge by lifting your back heel. Then walk your back foot forward. Your feet are 2 fists width and parallel. Here's our reoccurring theme. Tap your fingers to your knees and to your toes. 2 toes, 3 toes, 4 toes, 5 toes, 6 toes, 7 toes, 8 toes. Reach your arms forward so that your torso and arms are parallel to the ground. Your palms are facing each other like you're holding a block of energy out in front of you. Pull your butt backwards so that instead of your knees landing forward over your toes, your knees are landing backwards over your heels. Lift your torso and arms upright. It's a negotiation here. You're trying to sit backwards and down, but you're trying to lift your torso forward and up. Then take your hands outside of your feet, step your left leg long back behind. Let's ground the whole back foot down. So stay here with your hands on high finger pads, but set that left foot up for a Warrior 1. So the heel is down. Reach your arms forward and up. You'll even go backwards a little bit. Keep your elbows straight, come forward and down. So we have up 3 and down, up 2, and down. Up 1, we'll stay here. You're sending that front knee forward over the front ankle. You're steering your left hip bone forward. You're arcing backwards on an inhale. Exhale, open to Warrior 2. Turn your palms up. Rest your right forearm on the right thigh. The palm is facing up. Send the left arm over your ear. That palm is facing down. There's a sharp diagonal line from your left ankle to your left wrist, and you're looking up to the inside of that left arm. Let's return, retracing our steps. Go to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Shape shift to Warrior 1. Arc backwards. Take your hands forward and down. Lift your back heel. Walk your back foot forward. Our reoccurring theme, tap your knees and toes. 2 toes, 3 toes, 4 toes, 5 toes, 6 toes, 7 toes, 8 toes. Reach your arms forward. Let's go back to that chair pose, Utkatasana, with the feet hip width and parallel. Let's add in a variation. Take your hands to high prayer, prayer in front of your heart. Twist to your right. We're going to keep the feet separated. Take your left elbow outside the right knee and your right elbow to the sky. But now, instead of your right hip hiking up or your left knee jutting forward, bring everything down in line with each other, that your 2 hips are in neutral and your 2 knees are in line with each other. Then return to center with your hands in prayer. Keep your prayer hands and reach them high. Then separate your hands shoulder distance apart. We'll do it on the second side. Hands to high prayer, prayer in front of the heart. Twist to your left, right elbow outside the left knee, left elbow to the sky, stay here. Instead of the left hip hiking up, the left hip is lowered in line with the right hip. Instead of the right knee jutting forward, the knee is backwards so the 2 knees are in line with each other. Keep your hands in prayer, come back to center. Keep your hands in prayer, reach them to the sky. Separate your prayer hands, tap your toes, drop your head, straighten your legs. Bend your knees and put your hands on your thighs. Push off your thighs, come to stand up. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. 3 more. Up, back and down. 2 more. Up, back and down. 1 more. Up, back and down. Lift your right knee into your chest, give it a hug, and then lower it down. Same right knee. 7, down. 6, down. 5, down. 4, down. 3, down. 2, down. 1, do it with the left knee. 8, down. 7, down. 6, down. 5, down. 4, down. 3, down. 2, down. 1. Check out your feet. Look down and make sure that the 2 feet are in line with each other, that the toes are not pointed out or pointed in, but that they're parallel, and the feet are landing right under your hips, about 5-6 inches apart. So we're always coming back to that broad base of stability, your foundation. So you can always rely on the sturdy foundation. From there, we're going to bend the knee, but instead of taking the knee up, take your foot behind you. So you're bending the knee, but it's going backwards. Your right hand goes to your right foot. Let's bring the knees together. Take your left arm to the sky and connect your index finger and thumb touching each other. So there's a loop, a little circle of index finger and thumb. Then release your left hand down, open the fingers, release your right foot down, the feet go hip width and parallel. Let's do that same thing, second side. So we're bending the knee, but instead of the knee coming forward, the foot goes backwards. Take your left hand to hold the top of the left foot, bring your knees together. Take your right arm forward and up, connect your right index finger and thumb. You're making a loop, a little circle between the thumb and index finger. So that left knee, you're kind of tugging it forward. It doesn't move forward of the right knee, because you have this isometric stretch of you're thinking of the knee going forward and the foot being pulled back, so the knees end up in line with each other. Lower your right hand down, lower your left foot, lower your left hand. Let's separate the feet just as wide as the shoulders. So before they were hip width, but now they're shoulder width, so it's just a little bit wider. From here, let's tap the toes, the legs stay straight, and then just come to stand. Do it again. Tap and stand. 2 more. Tap and stand. 1 more. Tap and stand. Take your hands to your hips. Take your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Heel toe your feet so that the feet move together. Lift your heels up and down. 3 more. Up and down. 2 more. Up and down. 1 more. Up and down. Namaste. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much.